What's going on, everyone? I'm Nick Cato.
And I'm Walter Boley.
This is a Live Through Games reaction video to something that made me a little salty this morning.
Oh, I heard about all this.
I woke up, I read it already, but Walt sends me a text to an IGN link talking about how Sega came out and said that, oh, Sonic Boom sucked because we tried to slam too much stuff into it. And then they said something that made me really mad.
What did they say?
They said that Sonic doesn't belong as a single-player game anymore. Only co-op.
I think the exact words were the solo Sonic experience is done. Or over.
And this made me mad. You can check out my article, which I wrote very quickly at livethroughgames.blogspot.com. Should Sonic be killed off? And this right here, Walt, this is the very first. This is Sonic 2 for Sega Genesis. My first game I ever played. Sonic holds very deep interest in my heart. And my God, did they make me mad. So I'm going to break down every little thing which they did wrong. And I'm going to tell you, should Sonic die?
Okay. You tell me.
You aren't the biggest Sonic fan.
No, I'm not a Sonic hater either, but I'm just, he's not my cup of tea.
So before I get into this, I'm not your every average day Sonic fanboy that will buy any Sonic game. I do not buy games that suck. And there's a lot of Sonic games I did not purchase over the last few years. So, let's start off from the beginning.
Alright.
Sonic was very good. Genesis. He was very good on Dreamcast with the adventures. I'm not really going to go into the GameCube games because those are sort of like one-off games.
Yeah.
Sonic 2006 is where it started.
Okay.
That's where they started making these stupid ideas. They were like, hey, let's make Sonic fall in love with a human. Hey.
Good start.
Let's release this game where it's nowhere near complete. And the load times are god-awful. There's glitches everywhere. Sega, go fuck yourself. You are solely the reason why Sonic the Hedgehog's franchise is dead. And dying. They're like, starting with 2006. Then you move on to Sonic Unleashed. Which you make the Werehog. Jesus fucking
I remember
Christ.
the infamous Werehog.
Sonic's not a beat-em-up game. I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that conversation where they're like, oh, let's make the Werehog. And someone's like, you know what, that's a really good idea. No, it's not. And then they're like, let's make the daytime stages. Let's make it so fast, you can't even tell what the fuck you're doing, where you run into walls. Because it's literally just a blur because you're moving so fast. The key to a Sonic game, the formula, which I talked about in my article, to a good Sonic game is fast but manageable speeds, good platforming, great music. That's all you need. And you saying that it doesn't belong in the modern world's bullshit. There's two Sonic games that are recently gotten the eights. Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Those right there are nailing the formula perfect. Those games belong in the modern era. Sonic's never going to be in the 9s.
But then all of a sudden, Sonic gets here.
And this is going to be the brunt of my like, screw you to Sega. So if they can make games like Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, no, Sonic should not die. Do I have faith that Sega's going to do that? No, absolutely not. And you know what? Like I put in my article, I'd rather see Sonic dead and never see him again than see another fucking hipster sipping with his sunglasses and his scarf and his stupid duct tape and Knuckles roid raging and skipping leg day. I'll make that joke.
He hit the gym.
Everyone,
Well, I think that this is just based on like a guy who just looks at the gaming industry trends. I think Sonic has to die so that he can live later. Like, stop production on Sonic games, take a breather, like, step back, and give it like 5 years. Give it maybe longer than that. And then stop trying to make Sonic a $60 AAA game. Maybe go the route of like a $20 or $30 release, where you can just focus on the gameplay and the music.
Yeah.
And you just create that classic Sonic experience with current generation graphics. Keep it 2D, for God's sakes.
The 3D works fine. Like, it can do that. Now I'm going to move on to the biggest fuck you
You're still
to
salty?
all the Sonic fans.
Still salty?
Sonic Boom. I thought the Werehog was the biggest slap in the face of Sonic fans. I was like, it can't get any worse than this.
That made you excited for other Sonic games because you couldn't get worse than the Werehog.
Yeah, and you know, before we get into that, I'll throw in the other game, Sonic Lost World. It was for Wii U.
Yeah.
Why? You had a good formula generations, you changed it, you made it to like this clunky, you have to like hold down the R trigger to like sprint, you made these like turn on at like 90-degree angle turns, it doesn't feel right, it's terrible, you fucked up the formula again, stop tampering with it. But on to Sonic Boom.
Okay.
When they released the first concept image of Sonic and Knuckles, Tails doesn't really bother me, all they did was put some fucking goggles on him. What are you thinking?
If I'm going to be honest, as a non-Sonic fan, when I first saw that, and the only thing I saw was Sonic with the scarf, I didn't really even notice that drastic of a change.
They changed his spikes, they put a scarf on him.
Like, I noticed the scarf.
They changed his arms from peach to blue, which is a big thing, trust me. And they put medical tape all over them. Why?
Because he's busted up.
Why is there medical tape on everything? But that's not even the biggest problem. That's like one of the biggest slaps to the faces. And then they go out and the quote is saying that it doesn't belong in a solo game experience anymore. You're entirely the reason why. You don't get to talk about Sonic after you release this fucking blasphemy onto us. You release a game where you don't make Sonic run fast, really. You give him grappling hooks, vehicles, all sorts of stuff that's not Sonic. And then on top of that, you don't finish the game.
Right.
This game might be the most glitched game in the history of gaming.
More than Drive Club?
There's a glitch to where you fall through the level and you can skip half the game. You can skip half of the fucking game. And you're telling me that Sonic doesn't belong in the solo space. This pisses me off so much.
It seems like if you made a quality Sonic game, but then it just didn't sell, then you could then you could say that. You could say that
yes.
Sonic doesn't belong solo anymore.
And here's my prime example. Sonic Generations sold well. Part of the reason why this game didn't sell good is because it's exclusively on this whatever this thing is.
You know what it is.
Tablet.
Wii U, 3DS.
Bullshit. But you sit there and say, oh yeah, Sonic doesn't belong in the solo spot. No, Sonic Boom doesn't belong in the solo spot because it fucking sucks. It doesn't belong anywhere. And, they made me mad. So, to answer the question of should Sonic die, I think it depends. If you're going to make games like Sonic Boom again, and Lost World, and Sonic 2006, and Sonic Heroes, then yes, it needs to die. If you're going to actually take your time on a game, actually finish it, with no bugs, well, obviously if there's a few bugs, it's not that big of a deal, but not game-breaking bugs, not glitches everywhere, it's okay.
Bethesda, you are not. You don't get away with glitches.
Exactly. But their game, like, if you're going to make a Generation-style game, like I said, Sonic is never going to get 9s in the reviews anymore. It can thrive in the 8s. Generations got an 8.5. Sonic Colors got an 8.9. It can thrive in this environment.
Well,
8s are great.
What do you think about like some kind of re-release of that HD ported?
That would be awesome. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I don't want that.
You don't?
I don't want this touched.
Okay.
They'll fuck it up.
You think so?
They'll fuck it up. All I need to see is Sonic.
What if they add Werehog to Sonic the Hedgehog too?
Man, they did that. The thing that makes me nervous is that they still have a game left to make exclusively on Nintendo. Like, they still have a game left.
Like under contract or something?
But they can use the argument like, oh yeah, we didn't fully develop this. We partnered with a team for Sonic Boom. The second they showed you their concept art, you should have known.
Nintendo should have?
No, Sega. The Sonic team should have known. What is this trash? What have you done to Knuckles? At least make him proportionate. So if you're going to make a game like Sonic Generations, it belongs. But I do not. I'll be damned if I want to see another shitty Sonic game like Sonic Boom.
Now, he said the solo experience is dead. Do you think that means he's looking at multiplayer Sonic games?
Let's hope not. You know what franchise immediately comes to mind when I think of swapping the co-op? Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was one of the best franchises there was. Single player. got like high 9s, really great games. Up Your Arsenal is one of the best games I've ever played. I think I got like a 9.6. Then they changed over sometime in the mid part of the PS3 era. They changed to co-op games. Those were garbage. And now they're slowly trying to like bring back the regular old school Ratchet and Clank, and it's not working because they've stained the franchise. Sonic is a stained franchise now. People don't remember this. This game right here. People don't remember the Dreamcast games, the adventures. You can make a good Sonic game. You just have to do it right, take your time, and stop tampering with the damn formula. We all know the Sonic story. Robotnik's up to a scheme, you gotta stop him, he's gonna make some robots. There you go. Stop him. Run through the levels, have fun, listen to good music. That's the formula of Sonic. And you keep fucking with it. You know what formula hasn't changed? Mario. You know what that objective is? Run to the end of the stage and collect the star.
Well, and then rescue Peach by the end of the game.
That's fine too,
yeah.
Yes. Fight Bowser.
Yeah.
They haven't tampered with the formula because they're not dumb. I thought maybe your partnership with Nintendo would be a good thing because they'd slap you in the face and say, hey, stop. But it's not.
So, multiplayer Sonic?
No.
What if it's not co-op? What if it's competitive? Sonic MMO?
No, I don't want that. Oh my lord. They did Sonic Adventure 2's like little 2-player mode was kind of fun. But that's not a game.
Right.
Like, I couldn't even imagine a co-op Sonic game. I don't want to.
You don't want to?
You know what that would mean? You have to run slow. Because you got someone behind you that's a jackass and can't keep up with you. Because they're playing as Knuckles or Tails.
Why would you play as Knuckles?
Because he's cool. Not this Knuckles, though. This Knuckles is stupid. I'm telling you. This thing right here, it's a curse.
It's not a curse.
It's a curse.
It's not the Wii U. Don't put this on the Wii U.
Unless you're a Nintendo exclusive, you're a curse on this.
Don't put this on the Wii U. The
And
Wii U didn't do anything
I'm putting
wrong.
this on Sonic Team. Sonic Team, Sega, I'm talking to you. What the fuck are you doing to my childhood? You ruined, you slapped me in the face. You straight up, you're like, oh, here's Sonic Boom. You slap me across the face. And I'll be damned if you do it again. I will fight this with every tiny power that I have. I'll make hate videos like this.
Just spewing that salt and hate?
Before I get too salty and too hot, because I don't want to raise my voice.
Right.
I'm going to end this.
You're going to end it?
With...
You're going to go buy Sonic Boom?
It's already $20. It's already $20.
Buy it.
That's all it needs. I want to buy it, just so I can fucking burn it. But I don't want to give them the money to do it. I just want to, like, steal it and burn it.
Don't steal it. You hurt your businesses.
Ugh. But, does it need to die? That's a yes and no. But I'm more on the yes side, because I have no faith in you whatsoever.
Let us know what you think about the current state of the Sonic franchise and where you think it needs to end up if it wants to have a stable future.
And check out my little article I wrote, livethroughgames.blogspot.com.
We'll throw it in the description.
Like, subscribe, and share our videos. We are now officially youtube.com/livethroughgames. So you can just type that into your search bar.
This might not mean much to you guys, but that's
it means a lot to me.
Yeah, we're validated.
We're no longer youtube.com/channel/A0. Exactly. It's
kitty lick lick.
It's good. And our Google Plus and everything Google related has changed to that/livethroughgames, which is good. Thank you guys very much. Go fuck yourself, Sega.
Go fuck yourself.
Keep gaming.